Sorry, everyone, for the inconvenience. I am having some technical difficulty on my end, so I had to work that out. Where is there? It is. Let's pull that up. All right.
Did you end the stream?
For a quick second, because I had to reset a few things. All of the things that I'm interacting with are pulling up on my main screen and not my secondary screen.
Ah, okay, let's see.
So let's do this again.
Ignore the acrobatics. I didn't realize I had rolled that.
That is fine. I can do this.
Ignore me. I'm flying all over the place.
with a 12? No.
Well, I didn't say I was doing it gracefully.
Uh,
There we go. Oh no, I actually need that up. Uh.
you
Open.
know,
Damn you.
I have. Oh wait, I was like, I have roll 20 up. Another thing, if I close the thing for roll 20, will it close the pop-out menu I have for my character sheet? Let's find out.
Roll 20. Yes,
Yes,
it will.
I have to redo that. Dang it.
Only you can be the judge of that.
Okay. So let's open this up. Jump down. Turn the time off. All right. Is everyone ready to go?
Yep, I got popcorn.
No, but we should probably get a move on anyway.
Fair enough. Okay. For right now, Geared, if you can mute your microphone.
No, I'll be all alone again.
You're just muting it. You don't have to deafen yourself. Just mute it. Okay. All right. Luke, you all set? You got everything ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna be furiously clicking on things as I try to familiarize myself with my abilities. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Pardon me.
Okay, let's make sure that is centered. All right. So, last we left off, we were introduced to two new characters, Brutus and Shang, and a very interesting encounter with the Fire Nation, with them bullying and harassing a the villagers of this small little village that's sitting out in the province area. Um, things happened. Things happened. We'll leave it at that. Um, as the dust settles, we find our two unlikely pair, or sorry, we find our unlikely pair heading off west. Um, yeah. Let's just stick with the title of things happened, and I have been yelled at immensely for it. But as we turn our eyes back towards the seas, we find Jaya trying to keep up with what she thought was the direction she would be going in to come across the Fire Nation once again to save her brother. And as we open up on Jaya. It is about midday at this point. Seas aren't necessarily the kindest leaving the Northern Water Tribe, but they are what they are. Icebergs here and there, choppy waters, and that's where we will begin our journey for today. So, Jaya, what you're
Yes.
you're heading southeast-ish towards the closest part of mainland. And again, like I said, you've got icebergs here and there. Seas are a little rough. I'm gonna have you start off with rolling me a survival check.
Survival check can do.
Mm-hmm. It rolled it twice, so that first one was a 3. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Gia would be just she has not slept since the previous session's events. You know, after the events of that battle, the tribe being attacked, and pulling in a couple of shifts at the hospital. Essentially, she has stolen this boat and is not rested. It's just been tending the ropes of the sail, using water bending to try and pursue these fleeing Fire Nation ships to the best of her ability. Is
Okay.
basically going to do so until she collapses.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
So as you're sitting there, your ship is having a little bit of difficulty staying on track, like in one specific direction. Again, icebergs, and you gotta make your way around them. And
Mm-hmm.
sorry, actually need to have dice out. Let's see, where are here. All right, so you're getting a little bit of help here and there, at least as far as keeping the ship upright. Naga is, she's big, she's hefty, she weighs, like 4 tons. She's throwing herself side to side on whatever side ends up looking like it's gonna tip, or opposite side of the ship of what's gonna tip. So trying to balance it back out.
She helps me like tug of war some of the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um. With that being said, though, ice and cold and water, not the greatest for fairly newish seafarers. I mean, you've lived out in the Northern Water Tribe for all your life. You haven't necessarily been shown the exact ropes of how to use the boats, seeing as how you are, as much as I hate to say it, you are a woman of the Northern Water Tribe. Not something that they would have allowed you to do too often.
Yeah. Even if I was on a boat, I'm assuming I am past the point where I've ever been.
Like in control as well.
Yeah.
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 All right. Um. So most of your day is gonna go towards just keeping the ship afloat. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna do that until I like essentially would occur a point of exhaustion.
Okay. So, yeah, your day has just kind of gone by. Kippy has been hopeful as best he can. Him being able to somewhat keep up with the ship, he'll dive up the front end, jump into the water, grab a fish, and hop back on as the ship is passing him. Is passing right over him, so like towards the tail end, and you guys are getting a fish here and there.
Okay. So he's able to like get food. I'm not really paying attention to that right now. I'm going through the night.
Yeah. He's getting you like the bare minimums to keep you going as far as food goes, just because you guys are going at a decent clip, and he is relatively small and can't hold a whole hell of a lot. And you being up in a boat. Naga can't get out of the boat to get her own and get back in the ship
Yeah.
without, screwing up the ship.
How long have we been out now?
Um, so since you left and about this time, you're probably pushing like the mid-teens of the hours. So it's getting to be about nighttime. I want
Okay.
I'd say probably around 8. No, probably a little earlier than that. So like 6, 7. Do you want to keep
Okay.
going?
Um, like how am I feeling? Like,
Your adrenaline is wearing off. I'll yeah. At this point, your adrenaline is starting to wear off. Things are
okay.
thing events that have transpired are starting to catch up with you. Um, I would say you still probably have a little bit of that tunnel vision of trying to get caught up, but it's starting to fade.
Yeah, I'm really just concerned about catching up to my brother. So she's like working like a mad woman. She's just yeah, and like like she's not really paying attention to like Kippy and Naga at this
Mm,
point. She's literally just gonna fall asleep on the deck
okay,
at some point.
so as you'd be falling asleep, it would be
Um,
about the time that you're
would I
getting that point of exhaustion.
would I roll a water vehicle check at any point for that?
Um, not right now, just due to tunnel vision.
Okay.
Um, so you get 1 point of exhaustion as you kind of just collapse there at the mast. Here,
Yeah.
and actually, let me do this.
Oh, do we have a map?
It should have pulled you over.
Okay. I see it.
So it's relatively what you're seeing. Unfortunately, I can't get the ropes to look the way that they need to, but
That's fine.
mhm. So you'd be back here, like towards the back end of it, towards the smaller mast and the what would be the rudder. I forget what exactly
Okay.
they call them. They're like the giant,
Yeah, it's the rudder.
yeah. So the giant paddle in the back.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming like this like is there a hatch to get underneath somewhere?
Yeah, kind of in the middle here, underneath the main mast. There's a little box there that'll be your hatch to get to the storage underneath.
Got it.
Mm.
Yeah. She's just gonna pass out and at the rope somewhere, and I'm assuming uh wake up cold early in the morning at some point, very tired.
Yeah, Naga snuggled up kind of close to you, trying to keep warmth for you and her.
Yeah.
But you guys are still out in the middle of the frozen water tundra. Or sorry, the watery, the watery road between North and the mainland.
Yeah.
It is still cold enough to where that point of exhaustion hasn't gone away. So you'll still be
Yeah.
suffering that point.
Yeah, that was kind of the point there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is dawn like here yet, or is it still kind of early?
When you're waking up, dawn would just be starting to poke out.
So, oh, excuse me. I cough early in the morning in the cold air. Just okay. I think it was enough of a push for one night. Let's see what we have. I'm gonna make my way below deck, and I'm gonna look and assess our situation. I'm gonna see if we have any kind of tools, if we have navigational tools, or if we have fishing equipment of any kind
Okay.
on this boat.
Roll me a investigation. as I try and find where I put that. Ouch. So that's a 3. All right. So as you get down, it's kind of cluttered. Things have shifted quite a bit as you've had to dodge giant icebergs. You can immediately see that there's like a net. It's kind of like there's barrels kind of clustered up against it, but you can see a net, like a fishing net. Again, there are several barrels kind of laying around, not necessarily strapped in because you grabbed the boat and left.
Mhm.
With that, God, where? Sorry, I had an actual note here on what you might get. Where did that go?
So we have barrels in here too. So like, are there things in these barrels, or I guess I guess I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'm just kind of fumbling around in the early morning at this point. But
Yeah, you go to look at a barrel and your fingers are just cold. Like when you step out into the cold air and you're sitting there for a hot minute, you forget that you don't have gloves on. Your fingers just kind of stiffen.
yeah,
That's kind of what you're going with right now.
like every time you touch something, you like kind of jar them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And I just kind of like hit my leg up against the barrel. Ow. Okay. Okay. Just take the net. Okay. Let's start with that. That could take some time.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way back up to the deck. I'm gonna turn to Kippy and say, "Hey, bud, do you think you could maybe scare some fish into this for me?" I'm gonna try and persuade him to help me herd fish into a net
Okay.
for some kind of advantage.
Let me pull up Kippy really quick. What would that be? Fuck it. Give me a survival, and I'll give you that advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast my net out wide, roll survival. I'm gonna see if he jumps in after it.
19. Yeah, so you throw that net out as wide as you possibly can, and as you're doing that, Kippy, with his small little body, like runs, jumps off of you, runs along the side of the ship, like along the railing, up to the front, and just full on open wings dives into the water. And as he does that, you feel the net get taut, and you're almost to the point where it feels like it's about to slip out of your hands. And Naga jumps over and pulls the rest of it with you, and you heave it in, and you pull in. All right, so you pull in about 15 decent sized fish.
15 decent sized fish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like each of these fish like a ration. Like I'll probably only need like one or two of these per day, right?
Yes.
And then I'm assuming Kippy and Naga will require different amounts.
Naga is going to require 2 because of her size, and Kippy can kind of scrounge for what he needs.
All right. Well,
so all in all, that rounded up to 4 rations between the 3 of you.
Yep. I'm gonna pet both of them, and I'm gonna be like, "Thanks, guys. All right, you get first dibs on breakfast for all your help."
Naga's
And I'm gonna let them.
Naga's way ahead of you. Her head is in this pile of fish.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna pick one of the more breakfasty ones, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna proceed to go and like try and cut it up. And I'm not sure entirely how I would prepare it. I imagine like it'd be some sort of like pokey salad.
Okay. I'll just say you do that. I'm not gonna have you roll for that one.
So I'm not entirely sure how else I'm gonna eat this stuff.
Yeah. That's fair.
Because yeah, but I don't believe there's a don't think there's a cooking stove on this ship, is there?
No, not really anything as far as cooking. You've got some small things that might provide you like heat, but as far as cooking, no.
Okay. All right. Well, now that the pets and I are fed, I'm gonna go ahead and take another look downstairs, see if we have any better supplies.
Okay, go ahead.
I really like to know if we have any other. I don't know what I just touched. I'm sorry.
You actually hit survival, which is what I was gonna have you roll anyway.
Okay.
Um,
Uh, so that's a 6 because like all of my skill checks are at disadvantage
yeah,
now.
yeah. Um, so you're
Still really tired.
yeah, so you're still kind of tired, and you go back down. You slip a little bit as you're climbing back down, and you fall and hit your ass on the wood
Ow.
floor. But as you're looking around, there's one barrel that the top of it kind of flew off, and you find inside of it you find a nav set. There looks to be like a bag, the equivalent of a saddlebag sitting there.
Excellent. Okay.
And it looks like there's some fishing line like kind of tucked away close to the barrels, like up against the wall.
All right. Well, I will pocket that.
Okay.
But you said it's just it's just like a little navigational kit.
Yeah, and navigation set. So yeah,
Okay.
nav kit.
All right. That's excellent. Is there anything else in this barrel? Like, I, I need an empty barrel right now, essentially.
No, other than that, it would just be that stuff. It's not a big
Okay.
barrel. It's one that we would see. You know the stereotype of Great Danes having the barrel of whiskey on their neck.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing a few of those. What all the stuff is inside of is one that's a little bit bigger than that. It's like one that you can almost put across your back, like a gourd, like what Gara would use from Naruto. Just
Okay.
just about half, little more than half the size.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Um, I need I need something to put all this fish in because that's only 4 for us for breakfast. So that's still 11 fish that I need to not let spoil.
Um,
Uh,
Roll me an investigation.
okay. Sorry, my sheet was acting weird, so I'm gonna try do this again. Investigation.
So 10. You're not paying much too many things mind. So you find a barrel and you just kind of dump it out. It looks like just random assortment of stuff just kind of come out of this barrel. So you come across one. You make yourself one empty barrel.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna take going to and I'm gonna bend some of the seawater into the barrel with my shape water.
Okay.
Excuse me. Basically to try and keep those fish for alive as long as possible. Because living fish keep longer than dead fish, in my
Yes.
knowledge. Um, so We'll keep them there.
And you're getting
and then I'm going to.
you're getting a little robot-y.
Okay. I will. Give me
Try
1 second here.
try reloading Discord
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Sorry, everyone. Give us one moment.
All right. I'm back. How do I sound now?
A little better. There was a little bit of a hiccup there, but
All right. Um, but yeah, with the fish taken care of, I'm not even gonna put that down underneath. I'm just gonna like lash that up against the mast so that's like nearby.
Okay.
Um, and then yeah, I guess I'm gonna use that navigational set, and I'm going to uh check the horizon, try to figure out where I am. Does this mast have like a crow's nest? Does it seem like something I could climb up to kind of figure out where I am?
No. As far as being able to see where you're at, the very nose of the ship kind of curls upward that you kind of climb up a little bit, but other than crow's nest, no, these ones aren't really built for that.
All right, then I will do that.
Okay. What would
I have proficiency with the navigational tools as well, so I don't know if that's a if that's a perception check, and then I add my proficiency again. I'm not. I don't know what I just clicked. I'm
you
sorry.
click a longbow? But okay.
Ignore. Let me see.
Roll.
Let me see if I can find the navigational
I guess
tools.
that. Well, because I think as far as tools go, I think you just roll a d20 and then add it, then add your proficiency.
Navigational tools. These tools allow you to add your proficiency bonus to any ability check you make to avoid getting lost at sea. Okay, so it helps for my saves, not my
Okay, so go ahead and just roll me a perception then.
perception.
I'll give you a
Um,
flat perception, and I'll call that as like your helping hand. And I'll perception 7. Um,
oof.
you're looking. You get up into that front of the ship and you look around, and you're just seeing blue and chunks of white here and there, and not a whole lot more than that. Um, Given where you're at, you could safely assume that you got like another day or two worth of sailing before you start seeing the mainland.
I take a look at Naga and Kippy and I say, well, guys, I can safely say that I believe we are at sea.
They both look at each other, look back at you, and Naga just, as best she can, face palms.
Look, we're a long way from anywhere, okay? I think we just keep going south and we'll eventually hit. I mean, that's where all of the other land is, right? Don't look at me like that.
Naga just sits and just looks down at the ship.
I give her a reassuring pet, and I'm just kind of stare out at the horizon. Yeah, I'm not sure what much else I can do. Um,
Well, here, for the sake of it, we'll just say that you get back on and continue sailing.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be sailing, trying to catch up with these ships for, you know, is
However long.
yeah, however long that takes, until I see a sign of Fire Nation or land. If there are other ships out at sea, I guess I would try
Flag
and
them
make
down.
contact with them.
Okay.
Yeah, just to see if they saw anything.
All right. Roll me 2 survival checks with disadvantage because you still have that point of
Okay.
exhaustion.
Yep. I mean, how hard can it be? People have sailed these waters for years, right? I mean, you know, it's in my blood.
Oh, that first one was a nat 1.
Uh, in
Um,
my blood.
Oh, you rolled it 3 times there. I just needed the
Oh, my
two.
bad.
So you get back onto it and you're sailing and you're sailing and you're sailing, and the sun is just continuously keeps going down. You guys are kind of eating periodically throughout the day and trying to keep your hopes up, and you're sailing, and Jaya's down, and that is where Geared come in. We're gonna hop over to our other player.
Blah. Hello.
Hello.
Caught me. You caught me in the middle of drinking something.
My
No
bad.
drinking on stream.
It was a
This is a
soda.
children's channel.
So, Luke, if you don't mind muting your microphone.
Already ahead of you. Yep.
Thank you. So, Rinzu, do me a quick favor and roll me a Dex save, really quick.
Dex save.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not on the right page.
All right, so 17. All right, so you feel this massive earthquake just roll through through the world, or through underneath your feet and around your area. And you're seeing. First off, are you walking right now, or would you be gliding?
Probably walking.
Okay, so as you're walking by, you feel this whole tremor sweep out. You're able to keep yourself up. As you're looking around, you're seeing all these things just pop up out of nowhere. Eyes here and there throughout the forest next to you. These monstrous creatures, like almost ghostly type creatures overhead. It looked like some of the ground underneath your feet have kind of shifted, as if like giant earthworms have burrowed their way through really quickly. Give me a Arcana check, or just an Arcana. Yeah, an Arcana. 7. All right. Through some of your studies and some of what the northern airbenders have taught you is that the plane of existence that you guys all sit on and the spirit world have intermingled before, but no one's really told you exactly in what way.
Sweet. Icy eyes.
Some of them turn, blink at you, disappear.
Can I go poke them?
You're not close enough to be able to poke them. They just
Dang it.
it's as if, when you're walking through a forest or you're walking down a road late at night and you get that feeling like something's watching you really quick and you turn to look at it and it just disappears.
Ugh.
That's what you're feeling. And all those creatures that are flying above you, just as you're looking around, just fade.
Alrighty then.
One second, I need to pull up this one here. There we go. Okay. So as you're kind of walking around, you're hearing the sounds of like the sea or water hitting up against shoreline. You're hearing creatures, like animals, like birds and stuff like that, kind of chirping off along the forest to your left. And you come across. Let me pull up this one. Pull you over. Did that load in for you?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so this is roughly where you're looking at. You're gonna be kind of up in the top right hand corner. And
Alright.
down on the shore, and this is why I need to get tokens figured out. Um, Along the shore here, you see a ship. It's not like a big ship like you would see with the Fire Nation, but it's kind of like a wooden cloth make, and it is crashed into the shore.
Can I make a history check to see, or something along those natures, to see what kind of, if I know what kind of ship it is?
What with that? Yeah, go ahead and make me a history.
History.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh God! For everyone who's either watching now in the VOD or on YouTube, that's a nat 1 with a nat 20 on the other side.
no.
I am sorry. It's a ship.
I will investigate the ship of unknown origins.
All right, so you run over to the ship and you're looking at it.
Cautiously.
It's a ship. That's what you're getting from this one. It's on its side. Well, it's a ship that looks like it's hit the ground. So it's on the shore, kind of tipping. The mast itself looks like it fell over. And you're hearing rustling coming from the back of it. As you get closer, you're hearing some. It sounds like something struggling to get out from underneath something. Maybe things might have fallen, basically.
So I was is the sail knocked over?
Yes,
Or am I in
the
front of the ship and
masses
can't see?
the masses come off. Think Sea of Thieves when the mass is falling.
I know what you mean, but I haven't played Sea of Thieves.
Okay. Think of Pirates of the Caribbean when they blow up the support beam or the support section of the mast. It just fell completely over, and it looks like it's been shattered. You got some ropes that are pulling from the very back to the mast. You got some other ropes that are falling over. You've got a net that looks like that's just been kind of drooped over the side.
And I send a little gust of air to poof up, see what's underneath of it.
Sure. One second. Whoa.
That would be air thrust.
Okay. Do you need to make a?
No, that's a. Oops, I didn't want to do that.
So that's just blank. I can't. Okay. Yeah. Go,
It's a dex save for anyone who's underneath of it, or a strength save for anyone who gets hit directly. But I'm aiming at the for underneath the sail, just to poof it up some.
Okay.
That's it. If you're assuming I'm using the air thrust spell and just not like blowing wind up something.
Yeah. No, that's fair. We can. So you throw this air thrust out, or you wave your hand, and a gust of air kind of pushes the sail around, and you're seeing this small creature. Give me a give me a knowledge check, or what would that be?
No.
A intelligence?
Knowledge or nature, or is it just
Give me a nature check. That'll work better.
nature?
12.
Ooh.
So it looks to be some sort of a combination of an otter and a stingray. Like size of an otter, kind of the general make body of an otter, but it's got like these stingray-esque wings type things. and it is trapped still. There, some of the cords got caught around it. It it looks like a small animal, like a cat getting stuck in a fence.
And where is the net connected to? Wait, you said net, right?
No, the net is drooped over the side. It's like the ropes for the mast or what it's caught in.
Can I start cutting the ropes away from the mast?
Sure. I'll just say you cut away what you can. It's freed and it skitters to the very very back of the ship, where there's best way to describe it. Everything has shifted from all the ship to the back except for the mast and the sails. So like there are bags sitting there. There's a barrel that looks like it's just leaking out water. There's a white gray mast sitting there, like a very furry mass, just kind of sitting there, huddled around things. And this little otter. Oh God, what did we call him? Where are you? Where did I put? God damn it! I didn't put this. This Otter Ray is what we're calling him.
Can I
Jumps
finish
up
cutting
and over.
away the sail to completely move it out of the way?
Yeah, go ahead. Just roll me a basic survival for that one.
Survival.
That's a nat 1.
I hate those dice. That's so stupid. It literally landed on a 13, then rolled over.
Yep. So you're cutting and cutting and cutting, and it takes you a minute, and you realize you've been cutting the same rope.
Okay.
It takes you a good few, like minute or so to get it all done. You finally cut everything away and you push it off to the side.
Sea breeze.
There you go.
And the white mass, is it still there?
It's still there. It's starting to shift a little bit, like something, like a bear starting to wake up. You know, does a kind of a little bit of a stretch. Still in like a huddled look.
I'm going to stand 30 feet away and poke it with my mage hand. Oops.
That was Luke.
Finger twitch.
Okay. So you go and poke it with your mage hand, and you just see this. You see the face of a polar dog leer up at you, growl, look back at what's huddled over, and try and slowly get up into a defensive stance. And underneath it, you see this. Luke, come back in. Describe your character.
Yeah, you see a sort of teenaged water tribe girl. She's wearing a set of hand-me-downs, like sort of dyed blue and white. I'm assuming is the water tribe color scheme. Leather armor. She has a few weapons on her. She has a harpoon and a longbow, as well as a small hide shield. She currently has her hair up in basically a braid made out of other braids. Just sort of keep everything kind of back and as sort of neat as possible for travel and combat. You said she's. I'm assuming I'm passed out at this point.
Yep.
Like, is that what's happening?
Yep.
'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't think about it earlier. Do I have a teapot on me?
Do you have a teapot on you?
I want to make tea.
Um, fuck it. I'll say you've got a small teapot, like a teapot big enough to make like 3 to 4 cups, like decent size, like mugs of tea.
Make some
I
tea.
mean, if you have a mess kit, yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to make
Oh,
tea.
that's true. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
So I think a
I-
mess kit comes with like
Yeah.
a small cooking pot, doesn't it? Or
Yeah.
something
You do
equivalent
some
to it.
camping tea.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll say we have a. It's not necessarily like a tea kettle. It's a like a again a cooking pot kind of thing, but it's got like a sloped inward kind or sloped look to it, almost kind of resembling the shape of the teapot.
E.
Okay.
I'll start making some tea, and I'm gonna. I'm not. I don't know if we're using Mage Hand as the same. I'm gonna use it to slightly pet the big vicious thing invisibly.
I'll just say you do that. Mage Hand is gonna be the one that I'm kind of letting ride as far as what you cannot do with it.
Okay.
For your class.
All right.
So yeah, so you're kind of you're setting up a small little fire. You set up your tea. You're starting to brew stuff, and while you're tending to the tea, every once in a while you just kind of from a little bit of a distance just do like a stroking motion, and you're petting the. Where do you want to pet this thing? Do you want to do like the
Top of the
head?
head.
Okay, top of the head. All right, so you're petting the head of this. Like, I know you're a vicious dog, but calm down. Kind of petting.
Who's a good
She's
dog?
still got the big floppy ears.
Yes. Well, no, Donegal doesn't really have like big floppy ears. They're kind of droopy, but they're not like big and floppy like you see on a Basset Hound or something.
Yeah.
She go no every whenever you do that, Naga does like a quick freak out because like who's near me? Who's by me? What's touched me? Oh, you're still there. Grr.
Then I guess once it's done, can I put it in a cup and kind of is there a slant to the ship?
Yes.
Can I slide it down to or is it enough of a slant to slide it? Or oh wait, no, I'm just gonna use Mage Hand to grab the cup and slowly edge it towards the big guy.
You want to give Naga
toward-
a cup of tea?
Well, towards Jaya, or how would you say your name?
I say Gia.
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 Yeah. Will do.
Okay. So you pass this cup over towards Gia and
With Mage Hand. Just slowly airbend float it down there.
So like, is your mage hand like just like a little like dust devil? Like, is that how the airbending works?
mhm.
I guess it says it's invisible.
Okay.
I'm just
That's
imagining
cool.
like this small little like tornado type thing just right underneath the base of this cup and just slowly moving over like a top.
Yeah.
So as you're pushing it closer, like the heat and the warmth and kind of like the smoke, not smoke, but the
Aroma?
vapor. Yes, thank you. The aroma of the tea is starting. It's pushing its way more towards Jaya, and as it is closer and closer, Naga is still hesitant, but realizing that they've got cups up in the north. Up in the north, she's not as growly and as defensive, and she slowly backs away and kind of nudges Jaya, trying to wake her up. And that's where, and Jaya, as you wake up, Uh, you're waking up in a forest, a very creepy forest, almost like
Oh.
like when you wake up, it's like a very vibrant, bright swamp. You're seeing you can't see the sun where you're at, but you can tell that there's light coming through the canopy.
Immediately reaching for my shield and my harpoon.
They are not there.
Shit. Looking
You're
around.
you're seeing these like white. Shout out to Unexpectables. You're seeing these white pigeon looking things that are kind of fat and chunky, just floating through the air with like little ribbony type things floating behind them.
Do they look like they have my stuff?
No.
Oh,
Roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Arcana. Okay. Did it did it roll?
It
Oh,
just rolled, so 12. So you've heard of what with the earthquake that everyone had felt. It doesn't seem like everything had transferred from the spirit world to the material world. And you're not exactly quite sure when it happened, but you, with your exhaustion, this does not feel like the material plane.
what?
Um,
Um,
and as you're kind of getting your bearings, you stand up and you're standing on this giant root. It looks like a tree had come up out of the ground, and it is you're just standing on a root. Oh, the width and size of oh crap, what it's the red forest down in California, the giant trees that are there.
oh, like the giant sequoias and stuff.
Yes, you're standing on a root the size of one of those trees.
And I not having seen many trees in the first place.
Yes.
What the? What's around me?
Roll me
What
a perception.
perception?
Mm-hmm. 13. Okay. So you're looking around and everything looks like it's getting pulled to the center of this tree almost. You can't quite tell if it's a tree or if it's more root, but everything looks like it's getting pulled towards this. And you're seeing like a cave. You know how like rabbits and creatures will burrow into like the trunks of trees, like into the soft ground
Hmm.
underneath them. It's looking like that. There's this hole kind of there, and you're feeling a presence. You're feeling a presence, but like something was here.
Okay. Is there water around me?
Not necessarily like water. It's green and very algae filled and
Spirit water.
murky. It
Can I bend it?
You go to try to bend it and nothing happens.
What in the world?
And just these gushes of
Um,
wind just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing to the point where you're just standing there and you feel yourself just sliding along this route.
yeah. I'm gonna try and make my way along that trail that looks like it was leading through the brush. Um,
It's not so much brush; it's just more root. It's you're still in a fairly open looking area.
Oh, okay.
Like you could see around you. It's just kind of murky water, small little creatures comparable to the size of like your birds, just kind of flying around. You're hearing like the chirping of like a monkey every once in a while, or the not chirping, but
Okay.
like the chittering of a monkey from time to time.
Um, I don't see. I'm assuming I don't see Naga or Kippy anywhere around.
No, you are nowhere recognizable. And again, as you're standing there, you're just continuously getting pulled in closer and closer to this hole, and as you get closer and
Yeah.
closer, you're seeing carapace here and there, like parts of almost like a spider leg over here. Um, crap, what's it called? Shitten, I think is what it's called. Like
Oh yeah, some
the
chitin. Yeah.
yes, chitin. Seeing chitin here and there. Another leg piece here, another leg piece there, and it's all dark colored, like tinted black, gray kind of color.
Like connected to something. Like it's still
No, it
alive.
no, it looks like pieces that have been shedded. Like just fallen off or been broken off. Stuff like that.
Can I make any kind of check to see if there's like a stick, a rock, if one of these leg things is strong enough, anything that I can arm myself with?
I won't have you roll a check. There's legs here and there. You picked one. You pick one of them up.
Excellent. I grab a piece of dark meat.
Yum.
There's no meat inside these legs.
All right. I'm
It
just gonna
is
kind
it
of
is
like
a shell.
I'm just gonna kind of like hold that defensively, like a mobster with a baseball bat.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and make my way forward.
All right. So you head inside and you're hearing clacking. You can't quite exactly place where, but it sounds like clacking echoing off the walls. And you keep going further and further inside, and the clacking and like skittering almost just all around you, to the point where no matter where you look, all you're hearing, or sorry, not look, but everywhere that you turn, all you're hearing is just the clacking, the clacking.
Is there any kind of is there any kind of check that I can make to identify what this could be?
Roll me a history check.
L'histoire.
Okay.
That is a solid 10.
So, throughout history of this world, not all of the spirits have been kind, especially towards like higher beings, like the Avatar, for example, or anyone who's ventured too far away from their path, so to speak. Um, Not a whole lot as far is known as far as what's actually in the spirit world, but on the outside of the spirit world, like people have gone missing, which is a common thing all over the world. Things have mysteriously vanished from time to time and come back.
Well, if I'm already in the spirit world, what's the worst that can happen to me from here? I'm already dead, right? Right?
Dead is a state of being. Who dares enter my lands?
uh, dare is kind of a strong word. I'm Gia of the Northern Water Tribe. I'm looking for my brother Noah.
It's been a while since anyone from the north has been here. Come closer.
Um, yeah, where exactly is closer? I'm just gonna keep walking forward. Can I make any kind of check to see what that was?
Roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
I'm sorry, a what?
An Arcana with disadvantage.
Arcana. It's a
9.
9.
You've heard of story of people coming in and out with great hopes for bargaining with someone. No one's ever given you like a great description of what they look like, um, but very few have come back, and very few, even fewer, have come back with a face. Um,
Right.
and and you're as you're sitting there holding this leg, the chittering and the scratching all begin to get very, very loud to the point where you're having to drop everything you can, cover your ears, and then in an instant, stop. And as soon as the sounds stop, the aroma of this tea starts to hit you, and the warmth of fur on top of you begins to seep in, and you're starting to feel you feel yourself starting to come out of it and waking up. And in front of you, you see this mug of tea, and about 30-ish feet, you see Geared. Please describe your character for me.
But you still have your voice changer on.
Do I? My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That's
bad.
been horrifying.
My bad. Okay.
Oh shoot, hold
Thought
on.
I hit that.
I thought that was for a reason.
No, that
I'm
is all.
sorry.
That is all my bad. I just forgot to turn it off. Yes, Geared. Please describe your character for me.
I have to bring up my character. I didn't move it to this just direct description to that one. Am I in front of his character?
You're
Pointing
about
to
like 30
me?
feet away still.
Yeah, because I had intended to tell you I had poured some of it into another cup and some of it into a bowl, and I was trying to give it to the giant dog thing.
Yeah, so at this point, you're still moving it closer to them.
So let's see.
In the process of serving tea.
Yes, you're in the process of giving it to them, or getting it to them so they can drink it.
So my character is a somewhat tall, thinly built man with no hair, gray eyes. I mean, he's 5'8". Is that somewhat tall?
Yeah,
You know,
it's
kinda,
like on the higher end of your average height person.
he's in maybe monkish styled like earthbender clothes because it was he picks up what he can as he goes because he travels.
Mm-hmm.
I had two sets of clothes in my inventory at one point, but I think I accidentally deleted it. But yeah, average looking dude with no hair.
Is he? You're not on the ship, correct?
No, I'm on the ship. Just sitting really far back, using
Okay.
airbending
Luke,
to
you're like
pass
in
you.
you're like in the very back of the ship where the rudder's at. He'd be sitting up towards the nose of the ship.
Okay. And the ship has crashed at this point.
Yes.
Gotcha. Do I have my weapons?
Not directly on you. They're off to the side, kind of leaning up against the railing. You are on a slant, so everything shifted to the side.
Hmm. Um. Can I like? Is there water within bending reach?
Oh, you guys you're sitting on the shore, so the water's like right behind you.
Okay. I'm going to snap up and I'm going to like try and wring some water around my waist and like sort of a defensive stance.
Okay.
Um and I'm going to turn towards this bald gentleman and I'm going to say, "Who are you?"
I just say, "I'm Renzu. Want some tea?"
I am slowly making my way over to my weapons.
Naga looks down at the bowl that you poured and starts lapping it up. Kippy comes over and he does the same with what little Naga is letting him get in with her massive face.
And I start drinking my own tea.
I with
Just
this water sort of levitating around me, I sort of reach for my shield and my spear. I say to him, "Nice to meet you, Renzu, though I would have preferred to meet you before you were on my ship and I was asleep."
well, your ship was run ashore.
Right.
Figured you might want some tea.
Is that is that a custom where you're from?
No, I just figured you want some tea.
Uh-huh. Can I roll an insight on this guy?
Sure. 16. He really wants to give you tea.
Does it doesn't seem like he means me any harm or anything like that. He seem like he's crazy. Does he seem like he does weird things?
Rinzu, are you crazy?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Do you do weird things?
No.
Naga is finished drinking her bowl of tea and she comes to you and starts just full on sniffing you, like getting really close and almost pushes you over with her head and trying to figure out where the tea came from.
Okay, fine. I will. Yes, I guess I would like some tea. Um,
Figured after a shipwreck, it might be relaxing to have some tea.
I don't really have time to relax. But I
And
suppose I can share a
then
cup of
it'll
tea.
calm your nerves a slight bit.
Right. Thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of this tea. What kind of tea is it?
Rinzu, what kind of tea is it?
Um, One second. Jasmine tea, because that's a generic type of tea I can name at the current moment.
There you go.
Smells really nice. She takes a sip. Could maybe be a bit sweeter, but thank you.
I didn't have any sugar on me.
Nice. Right.
You need to
Do
be a little
you
for that.
sorry, what was that?
I said you need to be a little sweeter for some sugar.
Right. Do you Do you like fish?
Naga looks over at you as soon as you say fish. Turns back, walks right up to you, and sits, staring you dead in the face, like eye to
Me?
eye. No, to Gia.
I need to feed my children anyway.
You go and you feed her, and she is just full mouth devouring the fish that you give her. Kippy is sitting
Yep.
there. Kippy is sitting there on top,
Yeah.
sitting on her head, gnawing on the bit of fish.
Yep. I'm cubing up another
Oh,
pokey salad.
you're roboting again.
He's like, "Do you want some fish?" Oh, yeah, sorry. I think the storm's picking up over on my end.
Oh, so it might just
Oh, he wasn't roboting for me.
okay. Unfortunately, we're not that far apart, so it might be both of us at this point.
Yeah.
They both sound fine to me.
Yeah, so it is. It's on our end
Okay.
then. Sorry, continue.
Wait. But yeah, I look over to Renzu and I say, would you like some fish? Don't really have a lot to go with it.
Uh, he's good.
Naga and Kippy finish eating it up, and
Right.
Naga jumps off the ship and
It
starts.
seems
pacing
like
the beach.
someone else would prefer it more than me.
I start eating my fish cubes. Sorry to eat in front of you then. I'm Gia, by the way. Gia of the Northern Water Tribe.
I'm Renzu.
Naga and
Can
Kippy
you
are playing on the beach.
Doo-doo-doo.
can you tell me where I am?
From your knowledge, you're still in the province region.
Yeah, that's where you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the shape of the map you gave us, I'd assume that little pointed area right at the tippy top right there. Because you can't see where I'm pointing.
No, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, you're like right in that general area.
Wait, I thought we had it where we can click on stuff.
No,
Oh,
I'm not
not
seeing
on,
it.
not on this
Yep.
map.
dang it!
Province, huh? Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the South. I'm trying to get to the Abbey.
Rinzi, you know that from where you guys are at, that's still further west.
Would I know how far?
A few days journey from where you're at.
Okay.
By land.
Though I
For the
don't know
walking
where
folk.
in the Abbey I'm going.
Sorry, Geared, what'd you say?
I said for the walking folk.
Yes, for the walking
Yeah.
folk, it would be a couple days journey.
How wrecked is the ship?
That's a really good question.
It looks like it's taken a beating. You can't tell if by rocks, by coral, by ice. You can't quite tell.
Can I roll some kind of check to see if it's serviceable? Could I repair it at all?
Sure.
I have tinker tool proficiency. Would that count?
Not hang on, Jaya, give me a.
Sorry, I think I rolled something on accident.
You rolled a sleight of hand. That's roll me a investigation check.
Investigation.
Your point of exhaustion is gone.
Okay.
Yay for tea!
Thank God for nightmares.
So you got this ship is beyond repair. If you scavenge like parts from it, and you can probably scavenge some of the stuff that's on it, but as far as the ship itself, you'd waste more time trying to fix it than you would anything else.
Shoot.
And you can't discern if you can use it even with help. These holes and
All right.
gashes are too big for tinker's tools to help fix.
Dang it.
I guess the ship is pretty much toast.
I don't have
I'm gonna have
bread
to.
for toast.
I'm gonna have to hoof it on foot.
Nog comes back over to you and starts nuzzling up against you.
Looks like we're gonna be doing a lot of walking there, Naga.
She does a giant stretch in front of you and looks back at the ship. Looks back at you. Looks down the beach, coming towards the forest, and lays down.
Say, Renzu, you haven't heard about any Fire Nation ships coming through here, have you? Heard any stories?
Have I?
Do roll me a. Actually, no, I won't even have you roll. So the
If
path.
it's in the past, it would be history check.
Well, I'm not gonna have you roll because the area that you guys are in, that water between the mainland to the Northern Water Tribe, there's always some sort of a ship coming in and out, either east to west or vice versa. Several of them being Fire Nation ships going both directions. Some of them being like the merchant type ships. Um, some of them looking like pirate-esque type ships. Some of them just looking like your standard like travel ship. So I mean, you've seen ships come through and pass by. A few of them throughout the day. Not too much to pick up any like discernible pattern, or if they're coming from it's like a fleet or anything like that.
What I have? How long was I walking the shoreline, if I even was?
Um, not long. You will have come from like the forested area. The forest, this area of forest leads into the shore and then leads back into the forest further down.
Okay, so I wouldn't have seen smokestacks or.
Not really.
Okay,
Not through the canopies.
I hit my hand.
Oh
Okay.
no! Roll for damage.
No, Renzu didn't hit his hand. I hit my hand. Gonna ask something else and I forgot. Oh, is there anything else salvageable on the ship?
Roll me an investigation.
Investigation. Ooh,
Nice.
18.
18. So you see
Oops.
you
Sorry.
you keep it. Wow, you got that one on that one. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So you see like the small little pile of things that Jaya had already scrounged up. So you see like a saddlebag. You see the net still sitting there, kind of drooped over, her weapons and stuff like that. There. You're seeing the obvious rope from like the mast and all the other
One I cut up
sails.
several times.
Yes. Out of that rope,
Oh, my net.
you can salvage about 50 feet worth of rope that hasn't been sliced and diced.
Mhm.
Um, you're seeing the barrel that Jaya is pulling the fish out of. Um, there's some cloth here, like le- like refined leather, kind of like stuff that they would have patched up like tents and stuff with.
Mm.
Um, other than that, it's small debris here and there. Um,
So is
yeah,
it just something I can add a hemp rope to my inventory?
yeah.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
just a standard 50-foot hemp rope for that.
yeah, I had one apparently, or from my pack.
Okay.
So I have two.
I'm gonna grab. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab my weapons and my fishing supplies. I'm assuming the net is ruined at this point.
It's still salvageable. The net you had used the net earlier. It didn't get
Oh,
really
okay.
tangled up in anything. It's just kind of drooping and hanging out the side.
Well, then I'm going to take that net.
Okay.
Um, and then I'm also going to take that little water gourd thing that you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
And I'm going to fill that with as much water as possible. Um, I'm gonna like try and like keep that sort of tethered to my hip.
Okay. It's a little too big to to strap to your hip. It would be something you'd have to strap to your back.
Okay, I would have to wear it on my back. Okay, I was trying to not completely, steal the look, but okay, I
Yeah.
will put the gourd on my back.
Yeah.
So you've got just about 5 gallons of water on your back.
Sweet.
Mm.
Or is it salty?
It would be more salty.
I have to double check. I can't remember if I can purify that or not. I think I can. You said 5 gallons.
Yeah, uh, just about 5 gallons. It's like the size of like the 5 gallon water jugs you'd get for a cooler.
Yeah.
Just not plastic and made out of wood and looks like a barrel.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Um, is there anything else? I don't know. Do I have any? Can I just take those fish? I guess like there should still be um 11, 4. So it's 7.
Yeah, you could probably yeah, you could probably get away with holding those in that in the barrel.
Okay.
I don't forget you do have Naga.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like how this is gonna work because like I can strap some of this stuff to her, but then I have to ride her. I'm assuming.
Naga is a 3-seater.
Oh shit. Okay.
Convenience.
Right. Well, I'm going to get her saddled up with all of my gear. Is there anything? So there's nothing else I can salvage from the ship here.
Not really. As far as I know, that saddlebag is still just kind of sitting there.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then other than that, no. You didn't get out of the water tribe with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What's in the saddlebag?
It was an empty saddlebag. There wasn't anything in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you trying to make a fashion statement with that Gordon saddlebag?
Ha. Funny. No,
That's
I
what
just
is popular in the water tribes these days.
I'm actually not sure where we got this gourd from. Now that I think about it,
It's a barrel, but
maybe it's
we'll roll with it.
maybe it's a snow gourd. Anyway. Um. Right. Well. Um. I don't really have any other option but to leave this here. So I guess you're free to hang out with the ship if you like. Just
Oh, traveling buddies all better than traveling alone.
Oh, are you heading to the Abbey as well?
You cut out for a second.
Are you heading to the Abbey as well?
Well, I go where the wind goes.
Right. You don't you don't know of any like I don't know prisons over there or anything like that? Any Fire Nation camps, like naval ports? I don't know.
Would I passed by any?
Not that you would have seen.
Would I have known about the waterway between the Abbey and the Western Arab Temple to the Fire Nation to tell her about it?
There isn't. I mean, it's sea. That's the waterway that's between the.
Well, yeah. So I would, because you were saying I was going from the northern to the western.
Other way around. You're heading. Oh yeah, sorry, northern to western. That's right.
So I don't know if we would determine that I've done that trek before.
No, you wouldn't. This would have been your first time heading that direction. From the northern.
So I might not know about that bit of water.
Um, you know the general layout, but you wouldn't know exactly like how vast or how big any of the waterways would be.
Would
You know,
would they have
there.
sent me with a map?
Not really. It's like a crude drawing.
That's funny.
Where the wind takes you, or the crayons.
Yes,
Or the crayons.
it looks like. In comparison, it's as if a child took a crayon and just made outlines and drew an arrow pointing. This is where you go.
Can you get your daughter to draw this map?
That's amazing.
I'll do what I can.
Well, do you at least know where the nearest village is?
Nope. Wait, would I? Probably not.
Roll me and roll me an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Do I just roll the intelligence saving throw for the
No,
same
no.
thing?
Click on your stat block. Just click the intelligence.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Boom. 14.
So between where you guys are at and the beginning of the abbey, there's like two small little villages along like the shores, and one along the shore, one actually getting into the forest area of the abbey. Other than that, not you wouldn't know a whole hell of a lot, seeing as this is relatively your first time coming this way.
Adventure.
All right. Well, I guess then yeah, I will saddle up and I will mount Naga, and I will.
I'm gonna gesture both fingers. I was like, may I?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'll hold my hand out and to try and help him up on the back of the polo dog.
Rinzu, roll me a animal handling with advantage because Jaya is helping you.
Can I make an acrobatics check?
Roll me the handle animal first.
Animal handling. Ooh,
16. That's still
bad.
fine. You still pass. So, having given her tea, Naga is very persuasive right now, and you gesture to her to get on. She kind of leans down a little bit enough for you to take Jaya's hand, and she just pulls you up, and you get on. And that right there is where we're going to take our first break.
Tally ho!
Yay!
Stealing catchphrases, ho!
Tally ho!
All right, let me pull up chat. Jesus, guys. So I just pulled up chat. Yeah, Mike Brent, I'm not planning on scorching anyone in that way tonight. We'll see how things progress.
Quick, burn another child.
I apologize for nothing. Yeah, I mean,
How dare.
I don't really apologize for
How-
anything either. It had to happen. I will stick to that until the day I die. It had to happen.
This ain't your grandmother's Avatar campaign.
No, it's not.
It's like internal spiritual fire. It doesn't burn children.
But it burns their souls even more.
Let's see. Blake, thank you for the 3-month resub, and Garrett, thanks for the host. Insert fart noise here. Me. Oh God, Blake, your question, or not? I want to say question, but your little thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lines ago, we'd have some problems. Maybe, you know. Cannot confirm nor deny. Okay, so this would be a good time for you guys to get like any snacks or anything more that you need. While I pull up.
kid, I got ice cream.
Ooh, what kind of ice cream?
Ice cream. I want ice cream.
Salted caramel truffle gelato.
Yeah, I was trying to pick up if because I think Blake was saying it wasn't working.
Yeah,
Voice mod.
I thought I had that set up to where it would go through Streamlabs. I'll have to.
Also, because I could
check it
hear
out a
it
little
in Discord, that was creepy.
Yes.
And it
Kind of
was
hot.
pretty accurate.
Oh yeah. I'll have to look at Discord, not Discord, but Streamlabs and look at the settings again. For some reason, my Streamlabs over the last like week and a half, I haven't been
Also,
working.
that, Chavez, that, fuck you.
That what?
I would rather you burnt another child.
What happened?
I know what he did. I picked it up. I couldn't say anything, but I knew what was going on.
Yes. How am I doing for this?
I wish I had more snacks.
Let's just say,
Okay.
you didn't see him.
I'm not even sure how that is going to work mechanically. Like, do I have to save for it, or can I just keep my face straight?
You'd have to see him.
I fucking hate it.
They never describe how he steals your face.
Yeah, they
Well,
do.
like, I know what you're supposed to do, though, but, like, I don't know that above game.
Yes, but does your character know that?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I gotta roll out something here. Where are my cards?
Like, that's the thing. Like, that's got to be, like, the level of terror that thing has for this setting has to be right up there with, like, a Beholder.
Nah, fair enough.
10.
God, I finally figured out how that works.
What do I add to that?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can find a snack.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Take your time.
Get yourself a little snacky poo poo. It's in the rules.
Yes. those away. Okay.
Follow the rules, kids. D&D with snacks.
Yes.
And something to drink.
Oh yes.
Like tea is good for your voice, but at least have some water.
Yes, which actually reminds me I need to refill my cup. I have this 59-ounce bottle of sweet tea.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And I got my salad that I've been slowly picking at.
Mm.
So how's everyone in chat doing
I had-
tonight? Sorry, wanted to get that conversation going. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying I had me some shawarma chickpea fritters from the Halo Fresh.
Hmm.
Pretty good.
Nice. Let's see. Hands. Let me do that.
Mike, does that pick it up?
Did that work?
I heard the devil.
Sweet. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I went and did that the other day because I needed to have it actually prepped. And I noticed that some of my settings on in Streamlabs didn't actually save since the last time or just didn't save at all. I was hoping that would have worked better, but I can at least have that ready for next time he comes in. And again, for actually for Luke, for your benefit, just keep in mind, you didn't actually see him; you just heard it all.
Yeah, no. I'm now worried that he's gonna start Freddy Kruegering me, because that seems to be the case.
You know, I
have
didn't think about that.
Oh, fuck off.
Where would I find that? There it is.
I have caramel rice cakes
Nice.
because I have nothing else sweet.
Meeting my friends by crashing a ship. Nightmare torture. Chavez, is this your revenge?
No, totally not.
My revenge for what exactly?
Nothing.
Also, you may want to create a second account.
On Blake's thing, would there be something that would be on your screen that we wouldn't want to see?
On my screen?
Yeah.
Not really. I've got a second screen pulled up on my other screen. I'm not sure why exactly you're seeing all the behind the scenes stuff.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, besides, like, there is a dumpster symbol on top of the map.
Oh, that might be what you're talking. That might be what you're talking about.
Every time you bring down the menu to change maps, I can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Just for future reference, if you're ever using Fog of War, the stream would be able to see everything that you have covered because
Yeah.
you're in the layer. So that's why you want to create a second account.
Well, so I've got it pulled up on my other screen. I've just been doing it on this screen for that.
Yeah. So what you can do, it's not going to work in the same browser you're using because it's going to default to whatever account you have signed in. So you want to use a different web browser like Internet Explorer or whatever else
Oh,
you can
okay.
find,
Okay.
You can
to
use
create a second
incognito
account.
window.
Or you can do that.
Yeah.
Or you can do that.
Well, so it's in a completely. I have it set up on a completely separate window on my other screen. I just haven't been
Yeah,
interacting
but
with that one.
it's still your DM thing. You would need the second.
Oh,
You
okay.
need another account in the game.
So you're
And
saying for
you
just
wanna
like a
do
viewing
that.
purposes.
Yeah, you want that account to be viewing
Okay.
what the stream is seeing.
All right. I see what you're saying. Okay.
which is why like they would record Taka's video on Unexpectables instead of Monty's.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That is fair. I'll work on that after we're done then.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Get out of here.
Bye.
All right. Everyone back? Everyone good to go?
Yep.
Cool.
Have
Everyone's
a
just two
mouthful of ice
people.
cream.
I pull out little notebook and say, "Ride polar bear dog." Check. What's that? My bucket list.
The
Right below flying bison.
yes. Okay, so seeing as how everyone is back and ready to go. So you guys get on the Naga and you start riding off into the forest. And you know, you're every once in a while you're seeing like eyes just pop up, or you're hearing sounds echoing in the background as you're just galloping through. And I can't say galloping, she's more like full on sprinting right now. Naga's a little excited. You know, her first time really adventuring away from ice and water. Kippy is
Yeah,
sitting
Tea and
sitting.
fish on the stomach.
Huh?
She has tea and fish on the stomach.
Yes, she
Mhm.
very much so. Kippy is kind of sitting in Jaya's. Sorry, I'm gonna keep pronouncing it. How you pronounce her name again? Is it Gia?
Yeah.
All right. So Kippy is kind of is sitting in Gia's lap, but has the whole dog head out a window expression. Oh my god, this is so amazing.
Mhm.
Both of you give me a perception check.
Sure.
Perception.
Perception.
Then Naga is gonna need to roll that. All right. Oh, big girl, why?
Oh wow. Okay.
So you guys are hearing what sounds like trees just cracking all around you, or not? Can't say all around. On your side here, very loud. You're hearing trees crack and snap, and right in front of you, a log falls. And I'm sorry, Naga not seeing it, not as vigilant as you guys are right now. Does not see this log until it's too late and collides with it, and you guys go flying off her back.
Whoa.
Can I make an acrobatics check?
I'll
Not fall on my face.
actually, yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics.
Airbending's acrobatics.
Acrobatics
go?
12. So
Wait,
Uh,
where'd mine go? No, it didn't go.
there it is. Okay.
So the first one is a 17. I don't know why it keeps rolling it twice.
It,
43.
it honestly could just be because you're working off of a phone. It could just be double
Yeah.
pressing by accident. So
Soon.
we'll go with that first one. So 17. So Jaya, as you go flying forward, you quickly like put one hand down, you bounce up a little bit, and you do the like a flippy kind of motion in the air, and you land on 2 feet like pirouette kind of style. Rinzu, you're in the air. You know, it's nothing new to you. You get flung up, and you just gracefully glide right back down onto the ground, like pulling your staff out, doing like a
Polar bear dog? Check.
you pull your you pull your staff out really quickly and like do a quick like helicopter type motion with it above your head, and you land gracefully.
I do a sick ass hand spraying off the back of Naga, and then I just stand there for a second and grab my hand. I'm like, "Ow! That is not snow! Ow! That's so much worse."
And so as you guys are kind of picking yourself, well, I can't say picking. As you guys are regaining your footing, you see this giant ape type thing. So, like blood red fur, gnarly teeth, 2 giant tusks, one on either side, charging at you. Roll me initiative.
You said
Oh.
ape?
It's like this giant ape like thing. Like, big old meaty hands, kind of hunched over, red. For anyone who wants to look it up quickly or knows off top of your head, this is a Bulgura. Okay, so that is Naga.
It's giving me an error that there was no token tracker selected.
Yeah, I don't have any tokens
Yeah.
for this. Unfortunately, this is going to be primarily a theater of the mind. Actually, I might be able to do. Let's do.
That's okay.
That one.
And it looks angry, right?
Oh yes. Let me refresh. There we go. So it should have pulled you guys over to the map.
I see it.
Okay. God damn it. I unfortunately
Where
don't.
are we in relation to this map?
So you guys are in the top. You guys haven't made to this bridge yet. So you're that first little bend in the very top of the map. You guys are right about there.
Mhm.
And then it's standing the second bend.
Gotcha. So he's right by the ramp where we would go up to get the secret Pokeball up on the ridge.
Yes. We'll go with
Has
that.
it seen us yet?
You're the ones that it was trying to hit.
What do we do to it?
It doesn't matter.
You
You roboted really hard there.
on us? You just throw barrels at us? I
No,
said-
it
I
was
said,
not.
Did you just Donkey Kong us? Did you just throw
Yes, it's Donkey Kong style, but with logs.
barrels at us?
And you were roboting really hard. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to reset my Discord and try and reconnect. So it might also be on my end. Okay. Oh, looks like he left as well. Luke, can you hear us? No, it's not me. Luke, you there?
Well, now he's quiet.
Hello?
There you
go.
are.
Hey, sorry about that, guys.
We're good. I did the
Yeah.
same. I had to do the same thing. I backed out and reset it as well. So you're good. All right. So this one goes into. She okay. And it is, there we go. Can you guys hear that?
Yep. Schnapple.
Blake, is that coming in on the stream? Sweet. All right. So as it goes, Rinzu, you're up first. You have got this a good twice as big as you are a snarling red ape type creature.
I'm assuming it wouldn't wait for tea either.
Roll me animal handling.
Would that be a nature check? Just I'm
Yeah.
not-
Let's just go with a nature check. Go ahead and roll me a nature. 11. Okay. This has a negative to it, so no, it would not wait for tea.
But everything can be solved with tea. But it looks like it's going to attack, right?
Yes, this is snarling, and as far as you can tell, run one wrong step, it's gonna either try and hit you or throw something at you.
Sorry.
But it is top of the round, your turn.
And where was it? You said we're at the first bend.
Yeah, you're at the first bend, and it's kind of towards the back of it, so about, what, 5, 10, 15... It's about like 30, 35 feet in front of you guys. I really need to figure out how to get tokens done.
That's really far in front. I'm gonna, I guess I'll dash into the trees and take a hide action.
So you're gonna. Oh wait, yeah, we fell. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
Well, not dash in trees. I'm gonna hop into run over to the trees and hide.
So roll me a stealth.
Yep.
22. Yeah, you are one with the bushes. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Unless I can also ready a dart in case it attacks. But I use the hide action instead of.
Yeah. Okay. So then that brings it to... Oh god, I just had it in front of me. Really? There it is.
I vanished like the wind.
Let me- Alright, it definitely does not see you do anything. It's a little more preoccupied on this other creature that kind of rivals its size compared to the rest of you. So it is going to run right up onto Naga and
Oh shit.
and
Good luck.
and go in for a fist attack. Pull up Naga's stats. Make sure I have that in front of me. Okay. Oosh. Okay. Where are... That's... So Naga is still picking herself up. This thing comes up and just sucker punches her in the face.
Oh shit.
And Naga takes What is that? That is okay. Come on. Why do you not want to work for me? Okay. And it's going to go in for its second attack. And that one, as she's falling, flies right over her head and misses.
Ooh.
And that brings it to Jaya. It is now your turn.
Gia is gonna see
Or
that
Gio.
this gorilla is all in her bear's grills.
God
And,
damn it.
Gonna try and to essentially circle around to the back of it, so I can get like opposite from Naga.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my harpoon, two-handed, and I'm going to try and stab it in a very unfortunate sphincter.
Okay. With that, you getting behind her, you would have flanking, so it would +2.
Got it. So that's an 18.
18. That hits.
Okay. It's 5
5
piercing
point.
damage.
Okay. That drops it to. Okay.
I don't think.
You said it's more than a large creature, right?
It's classified as a large.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an action. That's an action. Oop, sorry. I was just trying to look at stuff.
Mm.
The buttons are relatively small, and if you're trying to use it on your phone, I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do anything else because I don't have an offhand. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. And that brings it to Naga's turn. She is going to go in. Well, this thing being right in her grill, she's going to go in for a bite attack. That hits. And she does. Where is it? There it is. Alright. And then that brings us back around to Renzu.
I'm gonna jump out and throw a dart at it,
Alright?
and because I was hidden, I get advantage, right? That's how hidden works.
You get stealth, which is bonus. Where'd that go?
Search.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, no, hidden is a thing. Because I am. Oh, it's the hide action. That's what I'm looking for.
Run and hide.
Okay, no, that one pertains to rogues.
Yeah, I don't
The
think.
hide action, make a dexterity stealth check. To attempt to hide, the following rules hide. If you succeed, you gain certain benefits described in the unseen attack target section.
Oh god.
I am counted as invisible as long as I am hiding.
I'll say for right now, until I could look it up a little bit better. I'll give you +2 to your damage.
Damage or attack roll?
Well, let's do attack rolls.
Was it supposed to do that?
10. You do not hit.
That sucks.
So that counts as your action. You still have the rest of it.
So where is it now?
It hasn't moved. Ooh, actually, yeah, it did. It came up.
Because it would have moved to this other bin.
Nah, it's more in the middle now between the two curves because it walked up onto Naga. Can't point. Hang on. You guys see that?
Did it notice me hucking the darts at it?
No, it did not notice you.
Okay, otherwise I'll go back in my bush.
Okay. Remind me, what class are you again?
Monk?
So monk. So it's the rogues that get the.
It's not sneak attack, it's
Yeah.
being hidden. I used
Yeah.
the hide action to be
Oh,
unseen.
okay, that's what it was. All right. So then that brings it back to its turn if you're done.
And it doesn't give you any like advantages to attacking. Attack rolls against you have disadvantage as long as you are hidden from the people.
It says I am heavily obscured.
Yeah.
So I'm
Either way,
playing.
I missed.
I'm playing either your line of sight. You're either undercover or you're not undercover. Just because the math on that just gets ridiculous. So that brings it up to its turn. Not high enough. So it goes in for another swing on Naga and whiffs it. Goes in for another swing and swings so hard that it spins itself out of its spot and it is now a little dizzy.
Nice.
And it brings it up to Jaya's turn, or Gia's turn.
Right.
It is now spun where it's facing you, but if you could see the stars that it's saying, you would.
Look at the nines.
As it spins around towards me, I'm just gonna sort of like take like half a step back, like just kind of seeing it now in my face, like, whoa! And I'm going to that's the thing.
It rolled that 4 times.
4 times. I'm gonna cast it the first time. That's gonna be a 9 to hit.
This is not. Are you aiming for it, or what are you aiming for?
I'm spraying some of the ice, the water in his face, trying to like kind of freeze it as it shoots up.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 9 does not hit. Spells don't get flanking bonus, I'm assuming.
No, they do not. So you go through this ice and it connects, but it doesn't seem to do anything to it.
Crap.
I know you still missed, but it's a ranged attack roll, so it would have had disadvantage if you're within 5 feet of it.
Oh, that's right. Well, it doesn't matter because I already got the 9.
No, but that's why I said you still missed anyway.
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna action surge, and I'm gonna try to stab it again.
Okay. Gonna do a little stabby stab.
Mhm. So you'd have more luck with that. It's
Yeah.
11.
Still does not.
Plus the 2 from flanking, so 13.
Still does not hit.
Damn.
You go to swing. You go to. Are you doing a stabbing or are you doing a slashy?
I'm gonna try and like take a stab at him this time, but like it's just kind of wide from having this gorilla turned around. It just totally threw me off. Like, whoa.
You go to stab at it and it moves ever so slightly that you graze, and it looks like you just gave it a little bit of a haircut along its side.
It's a better look for you, monkey man. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, that brings us back to Naga, who's gonna go back in for another bite attack. So that hits, and she does. Okay, so that brings it down to. All right, she's gonna go in for another bite attack. Actually, no, she's gonna go in for a claw. Actually, that connects. So that, that one.
Oh.
And there go my dice.
No, Jumanji.
I pulled a Monty. So. Alright. And then that brings it back top of the round to Rinzu.
I try to throw another dart.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Stab him.
Yep.
15, that hits.
Yay! I'm assuming it is 5 because I don't know how to roll different.
Damage is always going to be the same. It's just going to be everything else is going to be different.
But Luke was rolling with the trident, not dealing damage. So I don't know how to turn that off.
I think that's going to be under your personal settings, not settings that I can do.
Yeah, I have to actually click on my trident when I want to do the damage. I don't know how that works.
No, I don't know how any of this works.
So that brings it down to that. Okay.
Back to the young ghouls.
You doing anything else?
I go back in my bush.
Hiding in the bush is considered an action, isn't it?
No, it'd be my movement to get up and then get back down.
Okay. I'll roll that for now. I'll look into it, but you know, whatever. All right. So it's gonna go. It is now the creature's turn again. It's gonna go for another swing. Actually, I'm going for a bite on the Naga. That does not hit. I'm going for another bite. That hits.
Nom nom nom.
Not gonna.
All the noms. Ooh. Okay.
Oh wait, who was attacking?
Naga.
The thingy? Oh, Naga.
Oh no, it's attacking Naga.
Oh, okay. Well, the Obnom, because I thought it was Naga was biting it.
No, it's biting her.
Oh.
It's got a big meaty gorilla bite.
Right. And then. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't. It's not facing Naga. It would be facing you, Luke. Or
Shit.
Jaya. So it's going to go in for a bite attack on you.
It could turn around.
Its attention is drawn somewhere else. Does
I was
a
stabbing him in a very rude place.
does a 13 hit?
Nope.
All right.
I just sort of lift my harpoon up to like kind of catch the bite and just kind of shake him off.
That
Like
is
Tarzan style.
that is bite number 1. Bite number 2. Roll me your trident damage for me.
Oh. One-handed or two-handed?
How were you holding it last?
Two-handed.
Not to hit, just your damage.
I know. I gotta.
Okay.
It's an 8.
8. Okay. So that brings it down. All right. So as it goes in for its other stab or its other bite, you go in and you quickly stab it, and you stab it through the cheek.
Ah,
Yeah.
just sort of catch him with the spear. Just ha.
Yes. And then that actually brings it back to your turn, Gia.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and just take another stab at him.
All right. Roll the hit. That hits.
That's 15 for a whole 2 damage.
All right. You want to do anything else?
For my bonus action, can I try and like command Kippy to like, I don't know, distract him, like kind of get on his head and mess with him or something?
Sure.
Ratatouille this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like shoot my arm out and be like, "Hey, Kippy, go!"
Let me roll to see how intelligent Kippy is for this. Okay. You stab and Kippy runs up your staff and starts wailing on this dude in the face. Think How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, when they're just swinging the hammer back and forth from eye to eye.
Nice. I'm hoping that that'll be like the help action for the next attack on him.
It could at least be used as a distraction.
There you go.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. So that'll bring it to Naga, who is gonna try and bite him in the butt.
Nom that booty.
That is. Oh, geez, that's a 21 to hit on a bite.
I knew Naga was into that nasty stuff.
Okay. So that drops it down. With that, she's taking one cheek. Let's see if she gets the other cheek. And she does. So that is. As she goes in to bite, she just tears both cheeks off of this thing, and with Kippy beating him in the face, it goes up, shrieking really loudly. Ah! Renzu, your turn. This thing is missing its ass and screaming really loud, facing upwards with this small little creature hanging onto its face.
I'm gonna assume Kippy doesn't have a lot of HP, so that ruins what I had my intentions of doing.
It is bleeding from the ass and the cheek.
Oh, I was gonna hit it with Thunder Wave, but there are too many things in the way. I'll throw another dart at it.
All right, roll the hit.
Can I just click this? It just does it. Nope. Dang it.
That's a 9. Unfortunately, you do not hit. You go to throw the dart, and the dart just... It hits it, but it's like throwing a pillow at a wall. Just stunk.
I need more practice. I'm behind the bush again.
Oops,
All right.
Sorry.
That brings it to its turn. It is missing its ass and is gonna try and pull Kippy off its face. That does not work. So it's gonna go. It's kind of blind and not knowing what the fuck's going on. It's gonna do a quick swing, trying to hit anything it possibly can. Jaya and Naga. Jaya would be the one in its way. Does a... Where is it at? Fist. Does a 18 hit.
That matches.
That matches. Okay. So that passes. And it does... Okay, that's the one I dropped. Here it is. Okay. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Yeah, these things hit somewhat hard.
Did it knock the wind out of you? I'll ask that later.
She takes like a gorilla punch right to the face and just wipes a little blood off. It's like, all right, I had that coming.
So that's both of his actions. It is now Jaya, your turn. You just got punched really hard by a fist almost half the size of your body.
That's okay. I have a much bigger stick.
14. That does not hit.
That doesn't hit. Ah,
No.
shoot.
You go.
Oh wait, no. I have flanking, so that would be.
It's facing you.
That doesn't
Oh,
matter.
right,
It's
right
still
hand. So yeah, so that would be a 16. So that does hit. Roll your
Yeah.
damage.
2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I gotta stab him in his other cheek.
Which one? His face?
Well, now he has no more cheeks.
Both his cheeks on his face are bleeding. One a little more than the other one, and he's got no ass.
All 4 cheeks are gone.
Yes.
Can't be cheeky anymore.
That is that the end of your turn?
I mean, yeah, that's basically all I can do.
All right. That's,
What happened? What
Hmm?
happened to Kippy?
oh right.
I'm assuming he's still doing his best to try and mess with this thing.
Yeah, he's more or less just beating it in the face. Actually, he can roll
Nope.
for that one.
Don't lay off him, guys. He's not so tough.
So Kippy's sitting there. He's still holding on. He's scratching what he can. Unfortunately, not doing damage. That brings it up to Naga, who is Naga is kind of done with its shit. You know, got a mouthful of butt in her mouth. She is just gonna straight up tackle him and try and put him to the ground. So from behind, that connects. That connects really hard. She does. Where's it? Yeah. So yeah, as you're standing there, Naga just comes up from behind him, tackles him, and he does a full face full of dirt, arms spread onto the ground, and that ends combat.
Yo, she took him out.
Mm-hmm.
I collect my darts.
Okay.
Just sort of scritching my my pets. Be like, good job, guys. That's teamwork. You're not so bad yourself out there, Renzu. Even if you like to duck behind the bushes, it's okay.
This was a nice bush.
He
Some
became
nice
very
darts.
familiar with the bush. Goes away.
I'm going to try and inspect this thing to see if it's at all edible.
Okay.
You cheeky monkey.
Roll me a survival. Just straight survival.
Can I roll a medicine check to make sure this thing is dead?
Sure.
Did that?
Luke, it says that you left.
Me?
Yeah,
Leave?
try reloading into Roll20.
Yeah.
What, 8? Is it dead?
I mean, it doesn't look like it's moving. You go and kind of poke it you poke it in a few spots and it's just not moving. Nothing seems to be no flinching, no nothing.
Doink, doink.
Poke it in what's left of its butt.
Go for the
In a
center.
normal campaign, I would have stolen its teeth. But airbenders wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Survival.
So that rolled twice again. So that first one was a 4.
Oh shoot.
Did it change colors when it died?
It went from like a blood red to, and it kind of faded into like a lesser red.
Wait, it's actually red? Like it's glowing?
No. The pigment in its fur.
Okay.
So
But
with
it just looks
Huh?
It just looks like a red gorilla. Like it's not
Yeah.
like what is this thing?
it looks like a red gorilla. You actually nailed that one.
Hmm.
Red gorilla, 2 tusks. Oh, like a gorilla and an orc got together.
It's not like you said just a gorilla. I'm like, you mean not like a platypus gorilla or like a bear gorilla?
Yeah.
Just a gorilla.
Nope,
Yeah.
this one is just a gorilla. This one's a gorilla that looks like it got together with an orc.
So it's like a boar gorilla.
Yes.
Like, some kind of gorilla pig. I don't wonder if it's good eats, but we'll find out. I'm just like carving into this thing with my hand axes.
Yep.
Renzu turns away.
Gia,
Wonder if it tastes like bacon.
you get 4 decent chunks of meat from it. So 4 rations.
Okay. I'm assuming the hide on this thing isn't usable.
It's been torn and slashed quite a bit. Naga did take
Yeah,
out a
it's
few
been ripped
chunks.
off.
You stabbed it a few times.
At least it
Yo,
wasn't burned.
Renzu, check this out. As soon as you skin this thing, it looks just like a person. It's weird.
No, I'm good.
God, the imagery on that one.
It's true.
Days, they're weird hobbies.
It's what happens when you skin a gorilla.
Fair. Still the imagery.
Hey, go check out his legs, man.
Oh God.
But no, I'm gonna pocket those rations for my obligate carnivores.
Are you gonna keep its teeth?
I mean, yeah, if it's got cool teeth, I'm gonna take its teeth.
All right. Oh God.
I only got a 4. Can I do that?
I'll let you re-roll that one for the teeth, specifically for the teeth. Anything more? No.
Okay. I'll roll in for the teeth. Rolling for the teeth.
Oh,
7. Okay. You get one of its tusks. And you get a few like the incisors. They look kind of chipped and tattered. It looks like something had cut them.
I just kind of look at it. I'm like, these will make a cool little necklace. Maybe these ones will make some interesting earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pocket these teeth.
All right. I mean, like, as far as you know, this thing hasn't brushed its teeth in its lifetime. So,
yeah.
Who knows?
No, it gives it like this nice marbling.
There you go.
Right. Well, these are some crazy animals that live around here.
One of you guys give me a Arcana check. I'll let
one
you
of
guys.
us?
Just one of you.
Probably gonna be you.
Arcana.
There's why you say the dice lie. Mine rolled an 18 on the screen.
Yep. She rolled a 5. These aren't native to this area. You don't know exactly where they're from, but you got a feeling that they might not be from here.
There's a circus around.
I was trying not to say it.
But yeah, as far as anything else, that's what you come up with.
There's a circus. You killed an attraction.
I killed the bearded woman.
The bearded woman.
But yeah, I'm just gonna start mounting back up on Naga. And, I'm gonna look to Lorenzo. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's good.
Okay. Should we keep going then?
Yeah.
All right.
You guys mount back up.
Yep.
All right, so you mount back up, and you guys keep on heading the way you do, and the forest is kind of nice today. It's not bad. Gia, this isn't really the first. Sorry, this is one of the first few times that you've actually been in a forest like this, and one that hasn't forcibly thrown you out of it.
I'm just like taking like the freaking like the jacket part of my armor off, like rolling up my sleeves and stuff. Like, oh my god, how do you guys live in this intense heat? It's overcast.
Yeah. I start, slightly airbending. Just next to her face.
Just giving you guys a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
So as you guys are going, it's starting to become nighttime at this point. It's been a good hour. Oh, it's been a good couple hours since you fought, and Naga is getting a little tired. She's holding 400 pounds worth of stuff on her right now. She's getting a little tired, a little worn down. She's slowing down and kind of slumps to the ground.
Okay. Is it like a good place to set up camp, or can I take a look around?
If you want to take a look around, you can. Perception. I mean, if either one of you guys want to, give me a perception.
That's nature. I don't know.
It's just 6 nature checks in a row. Nope. I rolled a nature check too. Jeez.
Perception. There
My finger slipped.
you go. Luke, you keep rolling nature checks. I need perception checks. Perception. Luke, you get a nat 1. The ground looks really comfortable.
You're that tired.
Geared, you see, like, it opens up a little bit in a few spots big enough for you guys to set up camp off the beaten path, kind of behind some bushes, so you guys are a little covered.
Just like looking around. I'm like, so why doesn't the ground crunch here? It's really weird.
What are leaves?
Do you guys have any special thing you do before going to bed or like downtime?
I mean, if we're gonna start up like a little campfire, I can probably cook up that meat so it'll last a little bit longer.
Okay.
So I just be cooking the fish and the gorilla meat.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna feed the pets.
Okay.
And then I was just gonna.
Go ahead. Go ahead and mark off 2 of your rations. Naga saw a few critters kind of running here and there. Her spirits got lifted a little bit more. She went off and got her own food.
Sorry?
Kippy's still uncomfortable with it being, not ice. So
can I use my small knife that I have to carve the gorilla out of wood in like a little toy fashion?
what would that be? That would be a.
It would on the vein of Tinker's tools, but it just rolls with proficiency if you want
Yeah.
me to roll.
God, what would?
I just want to roll with a flat number. How do I roll with a flat number?
You know, give me a sleight of hand and go ahead and add the proficiency to it.
All right. Sleight of hand, but add the proficiency.
So go ahead and just roll your sleight of hand and then add your proficiency bonus afterwards. So 9, so it's an 11. You carve it. You're kind of getting what it looked like. Towards the end, it was kind of bloodied up, so things weren't exactly where they should be.
And I was in a bush most of the time. So
Yes, and you were in a bush for like the majority of that fight. So you get a little bit of a figurine going, but you can't quite pinpoint exactly what it looked like. It was also facing away from you for a good portion of it, so you're guessing on some of the things. The face you get relatively good, but it's like the front of it, like the back is good. The back is amazing, but the chest and the front of the legs and the arms aren't as detailed as you'd want them to be.
I'm just from now on going to attempt to make carvings of every weird thing we fight.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
That would be cool.
That would be. Making it up.
So, what's got you on the road here, Renzu?
What got me on the road here?
You're traveling from the north to the western temple.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe finding
Why?
some adventure on the way.
just seeing the sights.
Or sighting the seeing.
You don't have like a family, like a tribe.
Yeah. Just seeing the sights.
Interesting.
As your guys is very
The
intricate.
hands were a little bit bigger.
As your guys' entertaining conversation kind of dwindles down, night starts to set in. And you guys go to shut your eyes and rest. Gia, give me a
Oh God.
give me a Arcana check.
No. Why? That's an animal handling. I'm sorry.
All right. Luckily, it's still rolled an Arcana. So
Okay.
you're not there, but like flashes of this hole in a tree come back, and just flashing back and forth. It seems like everything you saw just kind of skips forward until you're in the middle of it, and you're just hearing the chittering and the sound of. You can't quite place what exactly is making it, but it sounds like spider legs almost, like clackling up along the walls and around, and stop. And the cave gets really bright, like to the point where you can see every little detail. And nothing is there. Not a single thing is in there except for the rocks and the dirt that make up this cave. And you don't hear the voice.
I'm gonna look down at the ground for a rock.
All right. You see a rock.
I'm gonna I'm gonna look for the biggest fist sized rock, and I'm just gonna try and arm myself with this rock.
All right. You find a rock and you're holding it up. You're holding it, and still nothing there.
Okay, this is just a dream. I'll wake up, so I'll be fine. You're not real. This is just a figment of my imagination.
And you wake up.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna get old really fast.
As you wake up really quickly and startled, Naga, with that look of a dog who just got startled awake, looks over at you, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
I'm just gonna like kind of like hold her and bury myself into her fur, and I'm just gonna be like, nope, nope, we're not awake yet.
Is Renzu sleeping soundly?
Roll me a perception.
21.
Yes. You hear the shuffling of Jaya, or I am so sorry. I'm gonna keep doing that. You hear Jia
Okay.
rustle around, and you hear her murmuring just a little bit under her breath, like, "This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real."
It's tea time.
He is just fetal position, like squeezing Kippy like a teddy bear, and just like burying herself into Naga.
Yep, time for tea.
You actually say that?
Yep.
Like what? What? It's late.
Yeah, you need
It
tea.
it's about like 5-6 a.m. at this point. So the sun is just starting to peek its head. You can't quite see it, but like you could see the lights and the color change in the sky.
Would there be any tea in the area?
Any tea?
Like tea leaves that grew in the area, sorry.
Not necessarily like tea leaves itself, but like you'd see like uh like blackberry bushes kind of things with like leaves coming off of them that you could probably make some tea out of.
You find one that you're pretty sure is either delicious tea or deadly poison.
Maybe you're gonna bring that up.
No, you
Renzu
don't.
is wise enough to know not to even attempt it unless you knew what it was.
I'll say that with it being a berry right now, the leaves that are around it are edible.
Blackberry tea?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay. So you go and pour this or you make this amazing smelling tea. You go to pour it, and Gia, just in your head,
I am free.
That's what I hear?
Not
no, that's what
real.
Gia hears in her head.
Not real.
She heard I am free.
Yes.
Okay.
Naga,
It's like
go for
coffee
it.
plant. Coffee.
Yeah, she is just shaking, kind of like where she is, like not like super visibly, but like she's got a little bit of like a jitter to her.
Just remember, tea solves everything.
I'm not sure if tea can solve
I
any
put
of
my
my
finger up to
problems.
her mouth. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Tea solves everything.
If you ever do that to my mouth again, I will bite your finger off.
Naga licks Rinzu in the face.
I blow dry my face off. And I boot Naga in the nose.
I tried the tea.
It is good. It is sweet. It's got the. Oh, actually, would you know what blackberries are?
Oh,
I was gonna play it off like I didn't. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, since you were gonna do that, I'll go ahead and do that. It is good. It's a very unfamiliar taste, but it is amazing. Like,
This doesn't smell or taste anything like the stuff you had yesterday.
I found these in the woods.
Huh. You just drink the stuff you can find in the woods?
Knowledge of herbs is very important.
I mean, yeah, I makes sense, I suppose. Not a lot of those where I come from.
That must be a shame.
Yeah, well, if you know where to look, usually under the water.
Never made a tea from something under the water.
I can't say that I've ever heard of anyone trying.
roll a knowledge check for me, Luke.
What kind of
Actually,
knowledge?
no.
Just intelligence.
Yeah, sorry. I'm listening to the Unexpectables so much that their 3.5 and Pathfinder is rubbing off on me. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Actually, roll me a history check. Actually,
Oh, history? Okay.
yes, history. So you've heard of people trying to, but no one's really ever explained what happened, if anything did or not.
Kelp tea. Interesting.
Yeah, there was once a kelp tea salesman in the Northern Water Tribe, but I think he got ran out of town or something. No one liked to talk about it.
Yeah. If there were any like good teas, they weren't necessarily given out to like the rest of the tribe. It was something that they would have used primarily for elders or anything to do with the oasis.
Ah, sea prune tea. This is good stuff. Thank you.
There is a such as thing as kelp tea, just so y'all know.
I believe it.
It has its own Wikipedia page.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
You guys are hearing some rustling around in like bushes and stuff like that, and Kippy just comes flying out of there with what looks to be some like random berries in his mouth and kind of all happy-go-lucky.
I see you took care of your breakfast this morning.
He looks up at you. Do you ever see a picture of a turtle that's eaten into a raspberry? That's what you're looking
Wow.
at.
A rabbit.
Oh god, a rabbit eating a strawberry.
Just murderous look on its face.
Oh yes, that's what you guys are looking at.
Is that thing an omnivore?
He seems to take care of himself. It's Naga here, and you need to kind of take care of. You gotta find her food.
Sorry,
Big apex
Rinzu,
predator.
Rinzu, did you give her a bowl of tea as well, or was it just Gia?
I would have given her a bowl of tea too.
Okay, she's sitting there lapping it all up, and she's just the biggest belch you could hear. Gia, you feel this starting up from inside of her, just. Brrr.
Like that scene in Toy Story.
Yes, exactly. I know which scene you're talking about too. That was the second one, but yes.
Apex predator of the north. Anyway. I'll write off a couple more rations for us.
Yeah, go ahead and write off. 2 for Naga, 1 for you, and then Renzu. Are you partaking in the meat as well, or what are
Out
you
of
eating?
my rations,
Okay, yeah. So everyone, go ahead and write off rations.
how many would I take off? 2? One for the...
1 for you, and then Gio would write off 3 because Naga takes 2 rations.
Would I do 1 for the night last night and 1 for this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Or wait, it's 1 day of rations,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'd only need 1, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, do I have that? My pets too.
Yes, actually, you would.
What's left over from the buried stuff, I'm gonna push into that.
Okay.
That makes sense to feed them.
Yeah. We'll just say you don't have to write off a full ration for that one. It's just
Well,
leftovers.
it would have been the leftover berries from the tea.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna dump all the leftover tea stuff into that.
All right, guys.
Disposal.
Okay. Are you trying to hide it, or can you actually see the container?
I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm not trying to show it either.
Okay. Luke, roll me a perception.
Do you want me to make a sleight of hand just to?
Yeah.
Sleight of hand. Ooh,
Wow. Side by side. Geared,
Wow.
you're kind of doing this like sneakily behind your back. Luke, you're not necessarily seeing like a full thing of it. You're kind of seeing like the very top of this like container.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just look over to him and I'll just be like, saving it for some tea for later.
I'm feeding it to my pet pentapus.
You're what now?
My pet pentapus.
Do I know what those are?
No, these wouldn't have made it to the north.
I'm straight up showing you what it is. So
Yeah, I'm gonna look down at this thing. Just describe the pentapus to me.
I mean, it looks like a starfish octopus. Oh, pink thing with 5 tentacles.
Yeah, I kind of reach down to like kind of scritch it by its little octopus mouth.
Well, it's in a jar.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. Like, well, that's a cute little guy. You just feed him berries.
His name is 8
Why is his name 8?
because it's 3 more than 5. Of course.
How many of these things have you had?
Just the one. I think I only had one. Did I only have one?
Yes, you only had the one.
Uh-huh.
Kippy kind of runs up from around Jaya and looks at the container. I forget what kind of container is it in?
It's like, I want to say a lantern-ish type thing.
Okay.
So I can, connect to a belt.
Gia just imagining like 7 little pentapus graves. Uh-huh.
Do I need to make a persuasion check?
It's fine.
Kippy comes up and like wide eye, like, whoa, the hell is this?
Kippy, that's not food. It's a
Put
friend.
jar on there now. The lid on it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You finished up with it. From behind you here, Naga doing her whole morning waking up stretchy thing that a dog does.
Downward dog.
Yes.
Downward dog.
You guys pack up, or are you guys still gonna keep talking?
Yeah,
Pack
I
up.
mean,
All right.
back
Mine's
up
just a
and,
bedroll, so I just roll it up and put it back on my backpack.
Okay. So you guys get all packed up. Do you guys ride Naga more, or are you gonna walk from here?
You
Do
can.
we and risk running into another one of those things?
I'll go ahead and mount up on top of her. I like to go fast.
Gotta go fast. Doo-doo-doo. If she does too, I'll do the same.
All right.
I'm in a hurry.
Well, so you guys both get up on the Naga and start heading down the beaten path again, and that is where we're gonna end our session for tonight.
Okay.
So
I have a friend. I lost a boat.
What made a friend who makes delicious tea?
yes, all the tea.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna have a lot of nightmares apparently.
All right. Well, everyone who's still here, thank you for watching. If you missed
Worried
it
about what I
during
breed?
if you missed it during the live stream, or if you missed it in the VOD, I will be uploading this to YouTube in not too long. So you can catch it there. We do have our previous episodes there as well, just in case you want to get caught up. And we will be back again next Sunday with our next session, and we will see how things progress. Thank you for being here,
Yes.
and everyone have a good night. Oh, right, Geared, plug yourself.
Hug
I was
myself?
about to say, I should go around the horn.
Geared, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv was it? Twitch.tv/the Geared Golem.
There you go.
Eh. Luke, where can they
I have
find
a-
you?
Crying myself to sleep. Other than that, usually on your channel.
And I should have done this in the beginning, but yes, I am Wolf, otherwise known as Wolfsbane1025. You can find me here at twitch.tv/Wolfsbane. You can also find me the same at Wolfsbane1025 on YouTube and on Twitter. And we will be trying to give you guys an update as best as I can. And that'll be it for tonight. Thank you guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.